Somebody has tried to embarrass you all your life, girl. Just a relative. And now it's like some people would say something to them, I'm hearing. Like they would pull them aside even. Not in front of you or others, but let them know that's wrong what you're doing. You shouldn't treat that person like that. People have said that to them over the years. People have even asked you why this relative acts as if you're some sort of embarrassment. And you couldn't quite figure it out yourself because you know you had done virtually everything you could to please them, to be in alignment according to them, but it was never good enough. They always tried to embarrass you. Clarify, Holy Spirit. This person is now being considered an embarrassment. Something they have done or been exposed for has deemed them an embarrassment. Clarify, Holy Spirit. What do we need to know from you through me? People got clarity about this person. What else, Holy Spirit, from you through me at this time? Please and thank you. Money is coming. Confusion stays. This person may have been trying to make you look like an embarrassment because of some sort of money. That they was taken. Child, that's what I'm hearing. What else, Holy Spirit? Please and thank you. Please and thank you. So making you look like you wasn't shit. I'm telling y'all that's part of the play. Making you look like you ain't about nothing, that you an embarrassment, is how they can move in silence against you in other ways. Because people don't question what they be doing, essentially, because they figure you ain't worth the shit no way. So you don't deserve justice. You don't deserve things to be done the right way by you because you ain't about nothing. That was this person's play, but that ain't the energy anymore. People know better, baby. He is a masculine. He's the embarrassment. Clarify. Wisdom, guidance, and tutelage, because people got an understanding about who you are. And I feel like the way you have displayed your knowledge, your skills, confirmation, that people know you're not an embarrassment. You're actually very wise. You're considered a hierophant. Hierophants are not embarrassments. They are who people go to get advice from so that they won't be embarrassed. Okay? So the math wasn't mathing, for sure. Because of how you are perceived, how you present yourself, the energy that you authentically embody, it does not make sense to look at this person like they are shameful and despicable even. He acted like you was an embarrassment, child. That's somebody you should be showing love to. You should be showing appreciation for. And I can't make it up because people know you for your authenticity. They know you for being this divine, knowledge-filled being who teaches other people how to love and be their true authentic selves, to be who they were created. Okay? You give off Arabic, biblical, esoteric energy. What you teach is ancient. It comes from the holy text. How to live, how to treat others. You definitely, some people consider you to be a reincarnate of a biblical energy. Now that's what I'm getting. Spirituality, I'm telling you. So, to say that you are an embarrassment, that you cause chaos, that you represent insanity and discord, they know it's not true. I don't think this type of spiritual divine energy always shined from you, because they believed this relative at first when he claimed you was in this type of energy. Okay? They believed him. Can you see it? We're going to put it right there. So, like I said, when it was time to take action against you, to do things against you, they went along with it because they felt like they were doing the right thing. Because you wasn't in alignment. You was in some sort of femme fatale energy. That's what this person said about you. Probably was out here saying you was a whore and stuff too. If you ever heard that narrative about yourself, this relative started it. Your parents are karmics. This is who was out here lying on you. Okay? This is who now. Yes, somebody father was out here saying you was an embarrassment, was saying you wasn't shit, you a black widow, you caused bedlam, that you was even in some horror energy. Now, what is that for a father to say about his own child? An embarrassment. And so young, since you was young, I'm telling y'all, these motherfuckers be out here disgracing their own bloodline by lying on their children, making their children seem like they ain't shit so that they can keep their inheritance. 7-Eleven. It's straight like that. They took a gamble. What kind of foolishness is that to be in, though? That you are on the fence. You go from loving to hating your child in the same sentence. It's something like people that heard your father give you a compliment and then turn right back around and say some old crazy shit about you, and they like, damn, I don't get it. What's wrong? What happened? What did she do? It's got to be something more than what he's saying for him to be acting like this. But you wasn't out here contesting it. Gossiping women, I'm telling you, they like, what the fuck? Her own daddy out here talking shit about her like that? She must ain't shit. We must need to let him cast this check without her presence. We must need to not give her this job, this opportunity, this offer even. That's how they was having, that's the energy they was having about you around the town that you lived in, because your father did this. He ain't shit. But they know he was lying. I'm telling you, it's something about, he built this narrative around town about you because he wanted to be able to go to these different offices and banks and things and handle business without you being present regarding your money. And in order for him to do this identity theft and set up accounts that you don't even know exist, he had to make it seem like you wasn't shit. That's why you wasn't present. And these people believed him to a certain extent, because I'm telling you, you didn't contest it. And your father was already carrying some sort of giant Thor social status energy in that community. But he was further carrying it. He was more in this position because of your money. That's it. That's all. They know that now. That's why he an embarrassment. Because it's like something has been exposed, that these things your father said about you over the years is not true. Your emergence as a divine prophet, a wise counsel, has helped to refute what he said about you. But there's other things that he said that people have looked into that they know now are not true. News outlets. I'm telling you, clarify, Holy Spirit, please and thank you. First class. Because, see, your father has lied on you to the authorities. Your father has gotten you in trouble with the authorities. And people like, down in the South, you from the South somewhere, that's how he was able to pull off a lot of this too now. Know that. Depending on how small that town was, that y'all come from and that y'all in. But I don't think you in that energy no more. We're blessed in the city. We're blessed in the field. Listen to understand me now. What I'm saying. Ain't pulling it, but that's the energy. So, whatever he said about you, whatever he claimed was fueling this passive aggressive energy against you, they know it's not true. I don't know what your father was out here claiming and saying about you, but it's terrible. That's why he's shamed currently, 1111. Because some of these things he claimed about you, farm life, country living, you definitely from the country. Okay? Some of these things he claimed about you, they are just simply not true. Some of these things he claimed would come to pass regarding you, that is not what has happened. You came to be somebody entirely different from what he claimed you would be. Nature is calling. It's a lot of rule reference out here. Okay, because I think this one has been ostracized in that community y'all come from. If it's in a rural area, this one may be in some sort of hermit mode. He may have fell back off the scene. Might be staying out in the damn country. Hell, it's something like that too. Like he's being forced into some level of seclusion that's going to make him get grounded. Finally. Because whatever he was saying to keep control of your money, people not going for that no more. Happiness ahead for you, honey. Clarify what I'm getting, please, and thank you, Holy Spirit. Because they know radio / television. I'm telling you, people had a change of heart about helping your father keep this money away from you because of how you have been emerging publicly. You have a platform that can be heard on the radio or seen on the telly. Okay? Your father, it's something about him putting a charge on you. I know I ain't the only one who did it and went and did some shit like this to them. Trying to be hateful and mean and think people was going to accept his line of reasoning. And some people did. Because that person was also pushing a narrative. That's what they be doing, y'all. It is what it is. I don't even get mad about it no more. A motherfucker gonna try to take that shit with them to the grave. That's cool with me. It ain't my fate. Because it don't stop once you die, baby. It actually gets worse depending on the type of energy you conveyed in the 3D, the type of energy you conveyed when you was alive. It's going to come back around to you one way or the other in this lifetime or the next. Because some of y'all don't get to go up to heaven just yet because you got an assignment that hadn't been fulfilled yet. You got karma that you still have to atone for. You've got things that you have to fix. So you get brought back around 1441. That's what it is. That's why we see these babies who have old souls and spirits. Because there was a level of miscarriage of justice that occurred and you got to fix it. You got to atone for it. Some people, they don't get to come back and fix it. They have to be in limbo to and face their purgatory because they didn't got enough chances, or maybe the universe decided they only got one and they was done because of the life they was living when they was in that particular dimension, when they was among the living. Oh, it gets deep now. See, this person, it gets deep now. This person, eyes have been open to a level of persecution that they never considered before. Because I'm telling you, we on the other side of things now. We on the other side of things now. So all that trying to make you look like you ain't shit to everybody, you on display for people to know exactly what you be up to, baby. And it ain't nothing, ain't shit about you. Okay? It ain't nothing, ain't shit about you. If anybody is an embarrassment, it's the father who mistreated you and has been stealing from you. He don't want that to be known. Just throw it in the bag. He don't want that to be known how his ass been out here squandering away your money. Buying some of these gossiping women who've been talking shit about you over the years. These was hoes he was caking. Know that. Whoever daddy this is, I don't care if your daddy married or not. He had hoes in that damn town you come from. And he used to be sitting up talking to these hoes about you. Because some of these same hoes worked at these different state offices, these courthouses, these banks and things. So, you know, he had to get cool with them and cake them up 1717 in order to be able to do what he was doing against you, baby. So he had to make you look like you ain't shit. You was the ain't shit bitch to these women who was cheating with your daddy. Because your parents are karmics came out here. That's a unit. That's a marriage. Okay? Out here with these wenches, though. Had plenty of hoes in that town you come from thinking that you wasn't shit. And you his own child now. And that's exactly why he is now being seen as the embarrassment. Anything else, Holy Spirit? No worries, honey. You've been redeemed. I don't even want to get into some of the stuff I'm hearing your father has said about you. I've talked about a couple of things, a few things. 1818, but he is truly a disgrace for being out here making it seem like his own child was some sort of whore. This is given that Anna Lou Costa movie where her father purposely told a man who wanted to be with her and marry her that she was a whore, that she was no good. He purposely broke up their marriage. And she did have a salacious past, but she had decided to put that life aside and partner with this man who was going to be in some sort of professor teaching energy. He wanted to be with her, and they still ended up being together even after her father told him lies about her, essentially that she was going to do him wrong when she was fully committed. At first, even, I'm telling you now, y'all need to go watch the movie. It's an old black and white movie where Eartha Kitt and Sammy Davis Jr. There's a few other notable actors in it as well. But not only did her father ruin or attempt to ruin her marriage, he went to the college, the university where her fiance was going to be teaching, and told them that they needed to fire that man because he was finna marry a whore. That's how evil her daddy was. And he regretted it. He died regretting it. Yes, he did. But that man didn't fall for what her father did because he had enough sense to know. If somebody's own father out here talking all this shit about them like this, something in the milk ain't clean, there's something else going on. And that's what some people in this community said, but it's a lot of women in particular who went along with it because they wanted to get something out of it. And they did. Geopolitics, it's in reverse though. Because you are someone who has a very wide reach. Your wisdom, guidance, and tutelage has influenced a lot of things. And when these people heard about where you come from, what has been happening, because see, some of these people, they started out on the wrong foot when they got to talking about you. People that come from your community, they started spewing some of those lies that your father had regurgitated around town. No, excuse me, they started regurgitating 2112, those lies that your father had spewed around town. So what they were saying wasn't adding up to who you are in real life, baby. Okay? So they quickly learned that the world don't share the same sentiment as this small town you come from do. It could be some white people there too. It could have been some white people who came to this town who questioned people about you. And they heard a lot of untruths. Okay? So that shit backfired on some of these folks in that community that you come from. Some of these things they regurgitated that your father said about you, they learned very quickly from other sources that that was not true. Anything else, Holy Spirit, they had to learn from people who didn't even come from where you come from, that your father was full of shit when he was talking about you. And I'm telling you, he out of options in that area. He out of options in that area. If he had him some connections at the bank and them different courthouses and things, and out the sidebar, people can act like they ain't see. Well, one of them responded to me. That man got sense. That man, he don't want no parts of it. He know what time it is. He responded to my email. He responded to my inquiry, and I appreciate him. He stood on business because he ain't got shit to do with it. He got some sense. But whoever else is monitoring that other email account that I sent my inquiry to in that town I come from, God see you. Just know that. And your lack of response shows further involvement in the insanity and discord that has occurred against me. So you keep on acting like you ain't see my email, baby. Back to the reading. Go right ahead and do that thing. Because I'm telling y'all, they think they be stunting on you, like they ignoring you and shit. They ain't got the memo yet. But it's coming in to them. It is forthcoming. Because see, he done got the memo that he out of options where he live, where you come from. He got that clarity. That ain't nobody seeing you as an embarrassment. He the embarrassment, baby. And that's why I say people can keep trying to act like you ain't shit and they ain't got to respond to you. That you don't deserve common decency and respect even. They can play. But somebody is always watching. And I'm telling you, God see you, whoever you are, that act like you didn't see that email I sent. God see you now. Anything else, Holy Spirit? Because I'm telling you, it's something like you didn't understand. You may have, I'm telling you, people have even asked you, I got that download in the beginning. Why do your father? Why does that relative treat you the way that he do? They couldn't understand it. They felt like it had to be more to it. These are people who didn't know now about this money that you have that he been keeping. They ain't know about it. Take a day off. And it's this energy of them telling him, because you best believe he been going to different people, places, and things trying to fix what's been broken for him, because he no longer is having full reign over your money. He not. That's why this money ain't came out yet too, because your father been held in contempt of court about something he been lying on and doing against you. I'm telling you now. We ain't got to see no evidence of the money. That's symbolic to what I'm saying. He ain't getting to see your money no more because of what he been out here lying and saying about you. That's not true. And it's been people he been going to. I'm back to this take a day off. And they've been telling him, man, you might as well chill out and let it go. Take a day off from trying to plot against your own child. You done for. They know the truth. People know that you lied on your child and did these things against them. You created this frequency so that you could be fraudulent. That's on period. And people also know that you are anointed, that you are highly favored, that your only blessings aren't these finances that he's been taking, some sort of financial, it's finances. It ain't just money. It's different aspects of assets that your father has been controlling. I don't even want to get into it because I'm telling you that would be another 20 or 30 minutes talking about everything and everything it is and how it was even left to you. We ain't got to get into it. But they know that you ain't what he claimed you to be because of how at peace you are about things. How you're not out here trying to prove nothing to nobody. And that's another sign that you are anointed, honey. So believe it. Because this is to be continued for somebody. Because see, you be out here hustling to have money to get what you need. It's an honest hustle, but a hustle is still something that may not always bring you everything that you need to maintain your livelihood. It could be a hit or miss. So there's some sort of constraints financially for you at times, but you ain't out here begging nobody for nothing and you rich. That's what these gossiping men have been saying. It's gossiping men and gossiping women out here. That's what they talking about. How humble you are. How you be out here not in any fraudulent energy. Just trying to cover all your bases financially. And you rich. Your father ain't helped you with anything. Out here saying you ain't shit. So he can keep stealing. That's what people know. He ain't shit for that. I don't care. That ain't disrespecting him. You ain't sitting up talking no trash to him or about him to nobody. You ain't mistreating him physically. You just don't fuck with this daddy. I'm telling you right now. Because of how he's treated you over your damn fei-hoo, over your money that you didn't even know existed. They are talking about him. They calling him a piece of shit. An embarrassment. Who needs to ask for your forgiveness? Because you are out here in some meager shaman energy. And you should be angry about what your father has done, but you not. It's hurtful. It can cause emotions to flare even. But you know that anger can make you sick, bitter, and old. So you good on that, baby. This anger that he's had against you for decades, I'm hearing, it's that made him sick, bitter, and damn old. And it's a shame because people know that you are his baby. You are his child. So for him to be out here doing this to you for no reason, they didn't even really agree with it, even when he was saying these things. Before they knew what was really happening, they still felt like it wasn't right because they come from an old school tradition where you shouldn't be out here fucking shunning and shaming your kin, your child that come from you. Even if your child is fucking up a bit, it's plenty of people who have their children backs through all kind of shit. And for people to know that I'm hearing all of the things that your father was claiming about you over the years is inaccurate. They can't stop watching and talking about this. They can't believe it because the truth has been revealed in various aspects. I'm telling you, it's people who don't know you from a can of paint who have come in because, see, you got casino money, okay? That's the type of energy you got. And they wanted to see. They wanted to see. It's something about your father even hooking up with your ex-husband to steal your money. Because, see, when you got married, something was going to shift in the paperwork and who had control of it. So he hooked up with your ex-husband to take. This thing came out before. This somebody's same father. It's just showing how things have progressed over time and how karma is truly coming into alignment for sure. Because this ex-husband that you ain't married to no more, he may be in trouble too for working with your father to steal your money from you. And I'm dropping the mic on this. Because that's the energy for not only your father, but for this ex-husband and anybody else who participated in this. Anybody else who he worked with to impersonate you and steal your assets. But if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Take only what resonates, leave the rest, and I'll be back soon with another one, y'all. Peace.